Hello, I'm going to talk to you about the Tower of London. It has been a very important place in the history of England since medieval times. The Tower of London is located on the River Thames in the centre of London. It is one of the most famous tourist attractions in London and receives millions of visitors each year. You can see it in the top left picture here. In the middle of the picture is the White Tower. Its construction began in 1066 after William the Conqueror invaded England from France. When William became the new King of England, he wanted to show people how powerful he was. So he built the tower as a symbol of his new power. You can see a picture of William just here on the right. The tower was also a gateway to the City of London, protecting the city from attack. Its position on the river made it an important building for anyone who wanted to control London. Also, the person who controlled London could control England. Since 1303, the tower has also been the home for the crown jewels. These are the crowns and other valuable objects of the kings and queens of England. They are on display for visitors to see, and they are one of the most popular tourist attractions in the UK. In this picture, you can see a crown, as well as other important objects. A ball with a cross, known as an orb, 2 long gold rods, known as scepters, and a ring. At first, the tower was a residence for the kings of England and their families. Dramatic events took place there. It is said that in 1483, the new King Richard III murdered his dead brother's young sons in the tower so that he could take the throne of England. You can see a painting of the 2 princes in the middle here. In the 15th and 16th century, it became a prison. It was the place where 2 of Henry VIII's 6 wives were executed. In this picture here, you can see a drawing of the execution of Anne Boleyn, his 2nd wife. 3 queens were executed here as well as other people from English history. From early on, kings also kept wild animals, such as lions and jackals here. You can see a picture of people visiting the animals in the early 1800s. The animal collection was moved to London Zoo in 1830. The tower is guarded by soldiers known as beefeaters. You can see a beefeater in the picture on the bottom left. Over on the right is a picture of 2 large black birds called ravens, a kind of crow. There are several ravens living on the grounds of the tower. According to legend, if ravens leave the tower, it will be the end of the kings and queens of England. The tower continued to be a prison as well as an army base into the 1950s. There are still many cannons from European wars on display, as you can see in the picture on the bottom right. 2 of the last people to be imprisoned were famous gangsters called the Kray twins. The Krays were criminals from the East End of London who ran nightclubs, and although they were gangsters, they made friends with many famous people, including actors, singers, and politicians. You can see the Kray twins here at the bottom in the middle. The Tower of London is a key part of English and then British history. It is a symbol of the power of the kings and queens of England and of the importance of tradition in British life. If you visit London, you should try to visit the Tower of London.